Sorry guys, I don't know what happened. The computer is having, well, it's not the computer, it's the internet. I don't know what the internet is doing right now, but my internet is sort of going in and out, and I can't make this shit up, I'm telling you. I can't. Oh my god, today's already a fucking nightmare. I literally can't. Me and the internet are gonna fight. This is crazy. This just buffered on me 3 times in the first 3 minutes, and I don't know why. Good morning, guys. Yeah. Not having the best morning here. Alright. This is not buffering right this second. I don't know what's going on with my internet right now, but it's cutting in and out and giving me an issue. But hopefully it won't give me any. Just kidding. Of course it will give me an issue right when I say that. Oh my god, I'm so sick of this. All right, so here's the deal, right? Yesterday I talked to Amazon, and the trolls thought it would be cute to, take things off my wish list, the whole thing, right? So last night they wiped the entire wish list clean so that nobody else could buy off the wish list. Then I re-added some things last night after I saw that. And then today already, they wiped it again. So I called Amazon, had them trace who was doing it. Had them trace who was doing it. This is gonna fucking drive me insane, dude. I can't with this StreamYard bullshit. It's just gonna drive me batty. So what they're doing is because it's a public wish list, so they're like putting it like they're gonna buy it, and so it comes off the wish list as purchased, even though it's not actually purchased, so that nobody else could purchase it, right? Then you have to go through the rigmarole of calling Amazon, unless you want to make the entire thing private, which defeats the purpose, right? So you have to go through the entire rigmarole of today it is my connection, and I don't know why. My internet should be fine. I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, wait till I get to it. So today I called Amazon this morning, spent 2+ hours on the phone with them to trace who was doing it. They looked into it to find out who it was and what accounts. And they did, of course. They can see. I don't know why anyone would think this is like a good idea or a smart idea for you to be doing it, because now any account from that IP address or any account that's connected to that household shortly herein will be suspended and stopped. It'll be suspended and stopped so that they can't use Amazon anymore, because they have now broken Amazon's terms of service to harass someone, i.e. me, and cause somebody aggravation. So now they're going to have their accounts suspended, frozen, whatever you want to call it, so that they're not able to access anybody's wish list or really do anything on Amazon anymore. So, I mean, I guess that if that was worth it to them, if that was worth it to them to do, then cool. So whatever. In the meantime, I have to make it private until they suspend this person's account, because otherwise all the things on my wish list are going to keep showing up as purchased, or one purchase needs 2, which makes it look like one thing was bought and I want 2 of them, which is not the case, of course. So at first they were doing it like a couple things at a time, I think, being like, oh, she'll be excited about these things coming off her wish list, just to be like cruel, which of course I'd be excited about anything coming off my wish list. My family is a low income family, right? And it's not often that it happens. It's once in a while. And so, of course, I'd be excited about anything coming off. So at first, they were just doing a couple items at a time. Last night, since they knew I was sort of onto what they were doing, they decided to wipe the entirety of the list. And then when I started adding other things again late last night, they wiped it all again this morning. So that's when I called Amazon, had them trace who was doing it, what account was putting it in there. So here's the thing. They can make a fake account all they want on Amazon. They can call it a different name. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. The problem with that is that IP addresses and accounts that are in the same household are now going to be frozen too. So listen, probably the same monster that kept sending me 50-cent requests on Venmo last night, Lorena Jenkinson, Hot Wheels, the lady in the wheelchair that likes to pretend that false assaults happen. Yeah, that lady. And then she dragged poor Boston Tom into it by sending it, right? And then writing in the thing, flying Boston Tom. So because she has been told numerous times by me to stop contacting me on X and stop tagging me on X, it's considered unwanted contact. It is illegal in the state of Massachusetts. I could get a harassment prevention order. So last night, this morning had to contact the proper authorities, because at this point I have blocked her from X and asked her numerous times to not contact me. And then after that, she's tried to write me on Facebook, in which she was blocked. She's tried to email me. Now she's moved on to Amazon and Venmo and dragged Boston Tom into her nonsense, right? It literally says, for Boston Tom, Lorena Jenkinson, for Boston Tom. So then I had to tell Venmo, right? So I don't think she seems to understand what harassment is in the state of Massachusetts that she lives in. But when somebody asks you more than twice to not contact them, and that includes tagging them, writing them emails, writing them messages on Facebook when you're blocked on multiple platforms, and then doing things like this to resort to it, you can be arrested and charged. I had to call all the companies that she's using as harassment techniques. I had to call the proper authorities, right, to deal with this scenario this morning, which is, I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for this shit. You don't like me, don't watch me. It's really that fucking simple. These people that rise to the level of criminal harassment, let me make something very clear here. I am going to hold you criminally liable every fucking time. I'm done. I've been nice enough. I have been nice enough and just ignored a lot of it, but I have had it at this point. I had a long, lengthy conversation with somebody very high up in Amazon this morning after I talked to a supervisor. And anybody who, from this point forward, goes onto the wish list just to wipe things off on purpose, that's breaking the terms of service of Amazon. And those accounts will be looked into to see if those need to be blocked and banned as well. So if they think they're going to work their way around it by using a separate account, they're not, because now it's affecting my business. This is my business, right? This is my business. So when you break the terms of service of Amazon by using it to harass someone, then don't be surprised when you can't use your Amazon account, right? Don't be surprised when it is suspended, limited, stopped, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And they told me they will not be able to access anybody's wish list once they do it. Yeah, I filed all the correct reports this morning. I didn't have to actually fight Amazon. Once I explained to them what was going on, they can see who's moving what from the wish list and do, like, they can see that they did it twice in the last 24 hours. So three times in the last 48 hours. So I know who you are, baby. I know. I could tell by the general Leah. So I know the names are all changed. So that's what I had to deal with this morning. So that was fun. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your launch lizards. Love you. And I love you for your $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, my friend. It's kind of ridiculous, you know. Here's the thing, right? Yes, I'm a low-income family. That is 100% true. Yep, sure am. I have a wish list for a reason. Some people choose to support the channel with the wish list, right? Cool. That's okay with me. I like getting a little trinket here or there. I love it. I love my little coffins that someone got me. I absolutely love them. They're amazing, right? And I'm very appreciative of anything that comes to me from my Amazon wish list. But as of right now, until they suspend these accounts, I have to make it private. So right now there's nothing on it at the moment because Amazon now now has to go through the process of taking everything that was taken off as a purchase but wasn't actually purchased and put it back on the wish list, which they already did yesterday, and now they have to do again today twice. So I'm going to have to make it private until they suspend people's accounts or any associated accounts, same with IP addresses or household accounts that are connected to it in any way, shape, or form, names, so on and so forth, emails, blah, 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 right? So in the meantime, I have to deal with that. And so I have to make it private until they do all that. So in the meantime, if you are looking to buy off the wish list, just contact me or Jesse, and we'll send you the privated wish list that you can buy off of. For now, it might take a couple days, they said, to make sure that they get every account that's associated with it, every IP address, household name matches, email app matches. Like, they have to do that whole thing first. But ultimately, they're only screwing themselves and their own family members, because now any associated accounts with their own family from their own household or anything like that are going to be non-usable for Amazon. So good job, dumbass. So when your kids or your spouse are like, hey, why can't we use Amazon? Why isn't it fucking working? They only have you to thank. I mean, to me, it seems like you got way too much time on your fucking hands. Who sends 50-cent requests on Venmo? So I had to contact Venmo about that, because once again, that's a form of harassment that I've asked this woman numerous times over a fucking almost 3-year period to stop contacting me. You're a psycho. Nobody cares about you. I haven't even thought about you in fucking over a year. Why the fuck are you sending me shit? And why are you dragging Boston Tom into it? Really, though? You are psychotic, lady. So I had to contact Venmo too about it. So that's fun. Oh, I know who it is. Yeah, I know who it is. Or who they are, I should say. Yeah, I do. It's the point. They're insane. They're turtle riders. That's a shocker, right? Ooh, shocker to everyone. They're turtle riders and or really deluded people who need some serious fucking help. Nonetheless, it's going to get sorted out. It's just going to cause me some aggravation to get it sorted out. In the meantime, I'll just make it private. And anybody who wants to buy off the Amazon wish list, just ask me and I'll give you the private version of the list until they ban these accounts. And they can attempt to make more accounts. They do it again, I'll have those banned again. I don't give a fuck. We can do this all day. You want to play this song and dance? Let's do this song and dance. Let's fucking do it. If you think for 1 second it's going to magically make me shut up, go away, or not help victims, you got another thing coming, and you sure as fuck don't know me. You sure as fuck don't know me. Clearly. Doing shit like that just makes me go harder. It makes me go harder because now I'm hitting a fucking nerve because you know I'm right. And you're just mad. So both me and Ashley now. Yeah, so now, yeah, that too. And then she's dealing with the dead turtle thing that they sent her, right? It's completely normal. Completely and utterly fucking normal. So I apologize that today's live stream is not going to be as long as usual, but you guys know I have to get off by a certain time. I have a kid to get off of a bus, and so it will not be as long as it normally is. And I apologize for that. but I had to take care of these issues, and I have a birthday party tomorrow to throw for my husband because yesterday was his birthday, and I'm stressed the fuck out now. And that's the thing. They don't seem to realize it's up to the authorities. It's criminal harassment. It's criminal harassment. You think I don't keep things when I say, do not contact me, you fucking psychopath? You know? Like, come on. It's fucking bonkers. So I have, hold on. I'm getting a text message from Ashley. Hold on. You bozo. So Ashley sent, first she sent me a text, and then she sent $10 and said, or to put towards your wish list. Well, thank you. It probably won't go towards the wish list right now, but I appreciate it. And then someone else, I'm not going to say their full name, obviously, sent $6.71 and says, small donation, sorry for what you're going through. I can't believe people are doing that to Amazon. I can't believe it either, because you would think that people would really grow the fuck up. It's a little insane, but thank you guys very much. I appreciate your donations. And we shall drop the truth bombs for you all. And that's 2 truth bombs. Now it might drop 3 because the computer is like, I don't know what it's doing today. My internet's not working right. I don't know why. It should be working just fine. Yeah, you definitely reported as spam. But that's the thing. Like, do you really think I don't think we have any updates on that yet right now. Because again, the authorities are being very hush-hush on that because somebody's cooperating. So until they're have court dates, I don't think we're going to get them any more really updates on that, other than they've arrested one person, and I don't know if they've arrested the second person yet. You can ask Ashley. I don't think that they did arrest the second person yet. I think they're building the case using the first person, as far as I understand. But who fucking knows? It is what it is. But that's the thing. Do you really think it's not traceable? Like, what world do you live in? They seem to think that because at this point, sorry, I'm fixing the buffering, that I hadn't, taken people to court, that I just wouldn't. Well, they made a very large mistake thinking that. They made a very large mistake thinking that I just wouldn't ever. I've had enough. I'm done with the bullshit. You want to play these games? Let's play them. But it will not make me magically go anywhere. It's not going to make me stop helping people. It's not going to shut me up. Bingo, my friend, bingo. Yeah, they sent a dead turtle in a jar, small one, in a jar, then in a box, then taped up the box, put a fake FedEx label over an Amazon label, and dropped it off at like the atrium, like the front of where she lives, because they didn't know what apartment she lived in. And they were caught on camera because there are cameras, like dumbasses that they are. And there was 2 people involved. There was more than one person involved, I should say. And so the cops arrested one person. That person immediately started cooperating. And so technically they are a witness. Therefore, they won't give us that person's name. But I'm going to get it one way or another. Whether I have to FOIA it, whether I have to find out who was arraigned on what day, I'm going to get it. So hiding it from me is not going to help. We wanted it for restraining order purposes, and they still wouldn't give it to us. So, she doesn't live in the same state as me, although her state is very close to where I live. It's not the same state. So it works a little differently, but I'll get it nonetheless. Might take me a minute, but I'm going to get it. Karma is a bitch. That's why the second person had the first person do it, though. They didn't want to be the one caught on camera. They wanted someone else to be caught on camera. What does that tell you? Everything. Literally everything. We're also not dealing with fucking geniuses here. We're just not. Not dealing with very smart people. They're just very spiteful and angry people. And they're simply spiteful because they believe that their cult leader is somehow right. in some way. They're not. Not even a little. There are cameras everywhere. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, they can get it. You know? Yeah, well, that's the Attorney General's office for you. You know? That's the part I think that gets me, which is, you know, they don't tell the victims much. I'm resourceful, so I'll find out one way or another on my fucking own. I'm not going to wait for them to tell me. Not going to wait for them to tell me. I'll figure it out on my own. But, oh, girl, listen, as soon as I get them fucking names, you better believe it. As soon as I get those names, you better believe it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck at this point. You want to do shit like that, then you deserve to be outed for doing it. It's that simple. I'm not going to play this fuck game with people. When you start to fuck with people's livelihood and their real lives because you're simply a sad human being, a pathetic, sad, lonely human being, don't be surprised when you're outed for doing it. What they don't seem to understand is the turtle would throw them right under the bus anytime, any day. Getting real tired of the internet right now. Me and Comcast are going to have a fucking chat. Me and Xfinity. What is going on? I never had this problem when I had Verizon. I'll tell you that much. Why? Like, why is it doing the whole buffering, stopping bullshit? I don't understand. Shouldn't be happening. Hold on a second, guys. I'm just like resetting the other side, like YouTube side of it. Just to do that much. So at least for a couple days, my Amazon wish list will be private until they suspend this person's accounts. And then Amazon has told me that they won't be able to access anybody's wish list. They won't really be able to do anything after that. It's against the terms of service. You can't use your Amazon account to harass or annoy someone. So at least for a couple days, I'll have to make it private until they suspend those accounts. And then I won't have to worry about it because anybody who does it from then on forward, I will do the same fucking process over and over and over and over. I don't give a fuck. I don't give an actual fuck. See, that's where they got me fucked up. You know, it's funny because, you know, some people that's their preferred way of supporting any creator's channel. They like to buy the little gifts off the wish list or like a household item someone might need, which I appreciate, right? There are things on there that like anybody would need, you know, like the big packs of paper towels and stuff like that. Anybody needs those, you know, that's something everyone needs. Like, hello, we have kids. There's like a little rug cleaner that I want on there. It's like a little mini rug cleaner, and I have rugs everywhere except my kitchen, and I have kids. So they've made stains that are like this big that I have tried scrubbing out with no avail. So that little mini rug cleaner, I need it. I need it. I literally need it. And then, of course, I had stuff on there for my kid's birthday that's coming up, right? So, I mean, what kind of sick human being do you have to be, really? Like it's a game. Like it's a fucking game. I don't even stockpile. It gets used. You know what I mean? It gets used. It's more like replenishing at that point, you know? I think we go through a lot of paper towels in this house. But again, I have littles and yeah. They make messes. And we're very crafty. My little likes to paint and, you know, do very crafty, messy things. So see that they don't do that here. But that's the same thing though. Even if you have an RO, you still have to have a name for that restraining order. They would still have to give you a name. They can't be like, here, you have a restraining order, but we're not going to put their person's name on it. That's not the way it works. So yes, technically they could give you an emergency RO on that person, but where's the name? And they can't be like, well, it's a cooperating witness. Well, it doesn't matter. I want a restraining order. They thought that they're, oh, well, they won't bother you again was magically going to be enough for Ashley. Like, oh, well, we're assuring you that this person will never bother you again. Tell that to my abuser who came to kill me after you guys assured me that, everything will be just fine. I have a restraining order now, right? That piece of paper magically keeps the abuser from trying to kill you. Yeah, no, nope, sure don't. Not even a little. Not even a fucking little. So I love that they thought that their word was going to be good enough. Insane to me. But I agree with Carol. They should have to give it up. You have the right to the restraining order against these people, regardless if they're going to be a witness or not. You have the right to it. And it pisses me the fuck off. I don't know what the hell YouTube is doing on its end. It's still like buffering. I can't even get it to work over here. Oh wait, I think I got it. Yep, I got it. It's really obnoxious to me. Oh my God, that would be hysterical, but they can't do that. That would be hysterical. That was a lot of stuff. I mean, I make it abundant on purpose. I make sure that there's like varying amounts from low to high, and that, every day or two, I make sure that I take the things off that are not relevant anymore. Like if we pass a birthday, right? I don't need those things that are left over anymore, right? Or if it's out of stock completely and it doesn't look like it's coming back. So it'll have that like, circle thing like this, sort of oval thing that'll say like other delivery options. It'll be like used or whatever, but not actual like, oh, hey, buy it and it'll be sent to you. I take those things off because who the hell wants to look at the things that you could buy but can't because it's out of stock. It doesn't look like it's coming back. So I remove those things. Because Amazon's funny like that. I feel like they should automatically remove it once it's like completely out of stock and isn't coming back. Then it would save you so much aggravation. But nonetheless, I make sure that, there's a long from $3 to $500, like whatever, and in between. So I make sure it's that way on purpose, on purpose. And I want to make sure there's plenty of options. And sometimes people will just send me things that aren't on my wish list. And sometimes those are the best things, where all of a sudden you'll get something from your wish list maybe, but it comes with something else that wasn't on your wish list that they thought you would love. And I love when that happens because then it's really a surprise, right? They are hateful. And yeah, your rights are not any less than anyone else's, not than anyone else's. That's for damn fucking sure. But people are cruel. But it would be hysterical if they were charged. Amazon can't do that, but it would still be hysterical. I used back in the day when I used to do layaways. And I would go to pay off my own layaway. I would always put like an extra $20 or $40 towards someone else's layaway, just to sort of, when they got there, they'd have a less amount, or maybe they weren't able to even pay the rest, that they could maybe possibly do it if I threw an extra $20 or $40 on it. They don't do that anymore, of course, but I used to see every year they would put like, and they still do, it'll be on the news, it'll be like, oh, Secret Santa pays for entire, wish list for mom of 3 or dad of 1 or whatever. And those stories always make my heart melt. And I'm always like, oh, I love that for them. I just love that for them. I love it. That little note that my daughter's teacher wrote yesterday, that melted my heart. And of course she started it with "this melts my heart," but it melted my heart that she wrote the little note back. It was a nice little cute note, Hold on one second, guys. let me be abundantly clear here. If you come here to troll, if you come here to hate watch, I will just bounce. It's really that simple. Don't come to my channel to come into my comments and act like you are not trolling when you're trolling. You're going to get bounced. You have a fucking cult leader, go back to your cult leader. They're paging you, okay? You have no idea what that man is about. You have no idea the amount of people he hurts, and you don't know what he does behind closed doors. And the fact that a lot of it has been brought out and some of you just put blinders on is fucking amazing to me. It really, really is. I don't know how anybody could defend the indefensible. The man's a horrible person. And then you have his flying monkeys, right? His flying fucking monkeys. I heard, I'm not a member, but I hope everybody else has fun and they're able to see it. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight myself, so unfortunately, even if I was a member, I wouldn't have time to watch it. I got to run over to my storage unit and stuff, so like I said, I'm having a little party for my husband tomorrow for his birthday, so I won't really have time to do much of anything tonight or tomorrow. So it is what it is. I have a lot of cooking, baking, and everything else to do. So I will not have time. I got a lot of stuff I got to put in my storage unit. Got to do that. But listen, I'm one person, right? I'm one person. And where I try to be there for other people, sometimes I'm the person that needs someone to listen, right? Sometimes I need to scream. Sometimes I need to cry. Sometimes I need to talk about something completely unrelated and laugh. That's life. That's how we all sort of deal, right? It just is. And today, even though once again I'm usually the person that's like, there for other people, today I want to say a special thanks to Donna, because today Donna had to listen to me rant and rave and breathe. And so I appreciate her. And my phone died too. My phone died on her, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do a live stream. I was not even gonna do one, and I was like, you know what, my phone died, fuck it. That's why it's on the charger, because it literally died on her. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do a live stream. I plugged the phone in, I got ready, and here we are, right? But today I was frustrated enough that I needed someone to listen to me. And this lady here kindly listened to me. And I appreciate it. I know, right? Isn't that amazing, Jimbo? Like, have a life and stuff where I actually have things I need to do. Birthday parties, Halloween, children, dinner, homework, bath, the basic stuff. Imagine that, Jimbo. Imagine that. I love your stinking face, and I love your sarcasm, by the way. But isn't that amazing? Isn't it fucking amazing? I have these things that I have to do just like a normal human being. Jeez, would have never thought, right? I hate when my phone dies like that. I didn't even realize it was dead like that. I didn't realize how long I had been on the phone, I guess, before that. And so I had no idea it was that low on battery, because I woke up with it at 98%. So I had no fucking clue. No clue whatsoever. No, it is not easy. A billion different things to do. But yes, I had, 100 other things I have to do today. And I appreciate those people who are there when I need them, because I'm one person. I have emotions. I'm not a robot, right? People might think I'm a robot with no emotions, but I'm not. I'm still human. And sometimes I still need to vent and feel, right? And I'm not real good with asking for help in that department. Not really. I'm good doing it for everyone else, but asking for myself, not so much. It's not a special trait of mine to be able to ask for help for myself. I certainly do it very well for other people, but myself, and even if that's being on the phone and just letting me vent, because I'm just not used to that, right? And I'm not someone who usually needs to cry. I'm not a crier, so if I'm crying, then I'm bursting, at that point. You know, like then it's serious at that point, because I don't let things get to me easy. I've been through hell in a handbasket and then some in my short 38 years of life. And I've been through a hell of a lot worse than this. And so I don't usually let things sort of get at me easy at all. It takes a lot to really get me to that point. And, you know, and I know it varies for everyone. Some people are very, like, it gets to them right away, you know? And other people, it takes a lot, like me. So I think it should be important for everybody to check in on other people and see how they're doing. Because just like the title of the show, there are fucking flying monkeys everywhere. If you don't know what a flying monkey is, I'm going to explain it to you. A flying monkey is the people that will do the bidding of a narcissist. You know? Exactly, Jane. Like that's it right there. Right? Like if I'm at that point, then you're about to see a fire lit under my ass. You know? A fire right under my ass. And it isn't going to be good on the receiving end. Okay? So, but flying monkeys are the people who will do the dirty work for the narcissist, right? And we deal with varying degrees of narcissists and narcissism, but oftentimes some of the flying monkeys are narcissists themselves. And they love chaos. They love it. They like drama. They like chaos. They like to create drama. They like to create chaos. Anywhere they can go, they'll do it. And there's a lot of flying monkeys over in the Turtle Rider section. Whether it's they just seem to love the drama, or they're busybodies, you know, whatever the case may be. And sadly, it's a lot of women. And even sadder, some of the very small percentage that are men, those men are even worse than the women. I have never seen some men gossip so much and be involved in so much drama in my fucking life than I have seen in all of this. And it's like, do you have a life outside of the internet? I am confused. Because I don't know anybody that has the time to do some of what these people do. It's like they think they're the CEO of running a Twitter army of trolls. It's fucking weird. These flying monkeys will do anything to defend their cult leader, right? Defend the indefensible, make excuses, whatever, be a hypocrite, whatever the case may be, right? And to me, it's like, wake the fuck up. So many people already have, right? And people have crossed the aisle from the free Karen Reed side into the anti-free Karen Reed side, or vice versa, to join hands and say, this is not okay. This whole thing is hurting people in real life. And it doesn't have to, it doesn't need to, and there's something wrong with this, right? Sorry, we're buffering. So what I usually say is, provoke their mankind, this is a good one. I usually say, like, if these are men, well, they have fucking sand in their vagina then. That's what they're acting like. Baby back bitches. You know, you got some sand in your vagina, sir, because you're acting like a bitch. Like, what the fuck is actually going on? When you have full-grown adult men acting like gossipy teenagers, that's fucking weird shit. It's not normal. It's not normal. You know? No, and they're not. And they, you know, I had a lengthy conversation with them. It's affecting these, you know, the people who are selling the items business, but also affects my business. And that becomes a legality problem for them. a huge legality problem for them. So Amazon isn't just going to be like, okay, we'll just let them do it. Fuck it. Like, no, that is not what they're going to do. I assure you. I had this conversation this morning. Me either, Matt. And I noticed that about you. So it's weird to me, right? Same with Jimbo here. Like, I have about, I think it said 40% of my audience is men, which I absolutely love. It used to be like, I don't know, 12% or something like that, 15%. I'm going to have a really long conversation with Xfinity today about this sort of internet problem that we're having today, because this is not acceptable at all, not even a little bit. It's an issue, and I don't want to have to move my router, but I might move my router into this room and then just wire it because it's in the living room right now, and that's sort of 2 rooms over and too far to run a wire all the way into the office. So me and Xfinity are going to have a little chit chat, or I'm going to have to switch to Verizon, one or the other, because I can't keep doing this shit. This is ridiculous. But you're right, Matt, right? That's not normal behavior. It's fucking sick, right? See, it's not just me, thank God. It's been a couple days, but today is really bad. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I can't keep playing with it, going on and off, on and off. This is my business. If this is affecting my business now, right? So unless Xfinity is going to pay me, we have a fucking problem. I'm tired of having to deal with Xfinity or StreamYard, one of the two of them, always having an issue. Like, what do I pay for this shit for? Over $100 a month between just those two things. Like, come on. Yeah, I'm fucking tired of this shit, bro. We're like, no, they need to fix this shit. I might just do Verizon at this point, because I can't. Between StreamYard and Xfinity, again, it affects my business. If it affected their business, they'd fix it, no problem, right? When it affects other people's, oh, no. You know? Oh, no. And me and StreamYard, we've already fucking had it out. We've already had it out. Nonetheless, now the internet and me are going to have it out. My phone almost just fell. Hold the hell on here. Let's not do that. And because I had to take up so much of my fucking time today, like I said, I apologize if the stream is going to be short today. I have to be off by about 3:15, so we have about another hour and 10 minutes before I have to go. Nonetheless, if you would like to support the channel, there's one of a few ways you could do so. We have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Revolut, Chime, and we have a link in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. You can use credit or debit. You can enter any amount. You can remain anonymous. It'd be super helpful and kind. You guys know I don't have sponsors. There's no corporate backing. There's no networks. There's no other creators sponsoring me, telling me what I can talk about, telling me what I can't talk about. Every donation is a truth bomb. It helps me continue on this path of growing this channel and continuing to speak out, to make sure that the people aren't left behind who are being fucking harassed into oblivion, and to make sure that the people doing it don't get away with it. Because there's been way too much of that in the last 3 years. People just getting away with shit. You know, it's one thing if you want to say some mean words online. It's another when you start going into other people's personal lives and affecting their personal lives. That's a fucking problem. It's also criminal. It's criminal harassment. Right? Say what you got to say online. You can block each other. You don't have to watch me. Isn't that amazing? You don't have to watch me. You don't have to watch. You don't like what I have to say? You don't have to watch. Isn't that amazing? I don't bother to watch Turtleboy because I do not like him. He's a horrible human being. It's really that simple. I do not watch him. I watch clips that people send me. That's what I watch. And when people direct me to certain things because of certain issues that are happening, then I will watch those things. But I do not seek someone out to watch it on my own, like people do here, to just hate watch for no really apparent reason other than to run back to said cult leader and complain. I'm going to throw this internet out a window in a second. I really, really am. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I'm going to lose my mind today. I just can't. It's a Friday, right? Like, I can't today. I literally cannot do this. Right? Not cool. Tell them, Jack. Not cool. Everybody likes to scroll TikTok once in a while. Not cool. Actually, I haven't scrolled TikTok in a really long fucking time, to be honest. To be honest, I have not. Oh, for the love of God. Sorry, I'm like making sure. There was a body found in Roxbury. I'm getting an alert. There was a body found in Roxbury, Massachusetts. That's Boston, essentially. Not really much more than that. But that's the alert I'm getting from mainstream media, although they don't usually tell you much. Anyway, mainstream media, they give you what they want to tell you about it, and that's it. Boston Police Department is investigating a suspicious death after a body was discovered behind a dumpster on DeWitt Drive in Roxbury on Thursday. I can't even look down without it buffering. Right? I can't even. Yeah, I know. I saw that. And it's sad because all the victim has to say is, I'm afraid, but I'm also going to feel safe here in this chat where I know someone, and I'm going to make sure I defend myself with words. We're talking about somebody who's still too afraid to even leave her home, right? But God forbid she used words on the internet to defend herself. I mean, come the fuck on. I know it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, that's YouTube. They changed it yesterday. I know it's bad. There's literally nothing I can do about it. I don't know what the fucking problem is. It's this is what really gets me. I'm already having a shitty day. Like, I do not need the freezing and I know the names are, yeah, I don't know if it's email names or what, but they did this once before. They did it like a couple months back over the summer. And they did it, and then everybody was able to change it back, or YouTube changed it back, and then it did it again now, just 2 days ago, and I don't know why. No idea why. But Freak did say there was going to be, YouTube was doing a bunch of updates. That's the best guess I can give you guys. Oh, we made a new sweatshirt. We made the Twisted Tragedies sweatshirt with the logo of the woman who did. See if I can pull it up here. Hold on. Trying to see if I can find it here. I'll tag it in the video, but I can't unless I can pull it up here. So hold on. I'll show you guys if I can without it freezing. So this is the new hoodie. It comes in black, maroon, charcoal, blue, purple, green, gray, white. And as you can see, it comes from small to 3XL. It is our picture and our name, obviously, but our logo and our name. And it is in the store right now. I will put the link right here into the chat. I don't know if I need to do it actually. Yeah, okay, it worked. But let me see if I can do it this way too. It's not product link. It's not letting me do it the other way, but so usually I can. So what I'll do is I'll just tag something else from the store itself, just for the silence, maybe. Which is a good hoodie, nonetheless. And you can click on that, and then it'll be in the store near it. Did it not pop up as a link? Okay, it did. Perfect. Okay, perfect. But this specific hoodie, we have now in the store. I think we also have a T-shirt of the same in the store. Let's see if it's popping up yet or not. So this is obviously the front of the store with the logo. There should be the T-shirt's in there. T-shirt's there. It's in a bunch of different colors too, as well. But there's hoodies, and then there's the T-shirts. So the T-shirts have different, more colors, I should say. Midnight, blue spruce, mystic blue, light green, ice blue, burnt orange, gray, violet, crunchberry. This one's called crunchberry. I love it. Seafoam, granite, bay, lagoon, island reef. I love this island reef in the blue. I don't know why, I just do. And white, obviously, all the way up to 3XL once again. And it looks good in a various amount of colors. I do have pink, but I love pink. It's my favorite color. Nobody will ever steal pink from me. You will never ruin the color pink from me. I got my pink floofy pen in my little pink pen holder with my pink earbuds, okay, and my pink fan and my pink chair with my pink microphone and my pink. These are the regular speakers that go to the computer when I'm not doing a stream. But nonetheless, I love pink. It's my favorite color, okay? I will not let them ruin it for me. I will not. I absolutely will not let them ruin it for me. Not ruin that color for me. They can F off with that bullshit-tacky. But the whole point, right, today, because I was not planning on doing a live stream. I have a lot to do, so that's why I wasn't planning on it. But here I am nonetheless, right? And my point was, flying monkeys are going to be fucking everywhere when it comes to these people. I hope they think that it's worth it when they have to deal with the consequences of being a flying monkey. When you do these things to harass other people, right, there are consequences. What are you doing it for? One of you actually bought me this really beautiful picture here, right? It's the two moons, the two crescent moons and the big moon. It's like a totem, basically, of the moons. And it's got stars on it. And I cherish these things, And so when someone fucks with that, my livelihood, or any way that people would want to appreciate or support the channel, we have a fucking problem. We have a fucking problem. And I will take every step that I need to, as I did this morning, to hold that person accountable. It is criminal harassment. You're taking extra steps to harass someone. You cannot try to contact someone or harass them after they have asked you to not contact them. You cannot go and do things on purpose to aggravate someone's life, or that is harassment and stalking. It's not the way it works. Everybody seems to think because Turtleboy said it's not a crime that magically it's not a crime. It is. It's a crime. In my state, it is. You can talk about your own states, but in this state where I live, it is a crime. And if you perpetrate a crime against a victim of the state of Massachusetts, then you are held to those laws. Period. Hey, TT. Happy Friday. I am not going to sit here and allow people to do this shit to other people or myself. It's unacceptable. You don't have to like me. You don't have to watch my channel. It's really that simple. You don't have to do either thing. But when you start fucking with people like this, to the point where you're sending requests on Venmo, you're trying to email, you're trying to Facebook, you're trying to contact them on X and tag them on X when they've asked you numerous times not to. In the state of Massachusetts, I only need to tell you 2 or 3 times to stop. Do not contact me. It's unwanted contact before I'm allowed to go to the police. We have far surpassed that. We have far surpassed that at this point. Okay? Then Lorena drags Boston Tom into it. Like, hey, Boston Tom, you might want to tell Lorena to not drag you into it. You know? Yeah, she lives in Mass. She sure does. She sure does. She needs serious psych help. That's very clear, right? The woman needs help. She needs fucking help. It's not normal behavior. Normal people don't do that shit, right? They just don't. Yeah, they're very well aware of what he was requesting. They're also well aware of what he usually does with other people's to try to play the whole, well, she said something about me online game after they're responding to him. He tries to use it as some sort of he's a victim thing. New Jersey is fully aware of who he is and the things that he tries to do and his patterns of behavior. It's not going to work for him in New Jersey the way he seems to think it's going to, you know? No, apparently not. Apparently not. I mean, it's pretty sad if you ask me. Pretty fucking sad. But here we are, right? Here we fucking are on a Friday having to deal with nonsensical bullshit from grown-ass fucking adults, which seems insane to me that this is normal to them. Like, hey, today I'm going to harass someone I don't even know and have never met and have never gotten to know because Sewer Turtle doesn't like them. So that must mean they're bad because he said so. I mean, that's not normal behavior from a human. Normal people don't go, oh, well, Turtleboy said they're bad. That means they're bad. Normal people go, Turtleboy said they're bad. Well, he must have an issue with them that I don't know about. And maybe I'm going to ask them what's going on instead of trying to harass them or insult them. Maybe I don't know everything. Maybe something's going on and he's the person. He's got a problem with everyone. Why does he have a problem with everyone? Why? Why does he get a problem with everyone? I mean, when his mods enter my chat and act like, ooh, they don't know why they're here. They're just here to hang out. Do you think that I don't know that you're a mod of his? Do you think that I don't have people do their homework? Let's be clear here. There are multiple people who do things out of the kindness of their hearts for me that I appreciate. I cannot and will not watch Turtleboy because I can't watch someone lie like that the way he does with a straight face. I can't do it. It's deplorable and disgusting. But other people do. Other people do, right? I have people that do. And let's be clear, Jessie's very good at her homework and knowing who's a mod for who's in what other chat. And be clear, we don't judge people based on them being in other chats and liking other creators. But we do see if you're trashing me in other chats. We do see that. You might think we don't, but we do. I get screenshots all the time. So then you try to creep in here and act like, oh, I don't know anything about anything that's going on. Mm-hmm. Do you think we're idiots here or something? Stop the nonsense, dude. You don't think I don't let it go for a minute, keep my eye on it, and see what you're doing? I'm a very intelligent girl. I know what the fuck I'm doing. All of my mods are excellent. They do God's work over here, you know? We do. We keep it as peaceful as we can. We keep it, listen, I'm never going to make everyone happy. Let's just be clear here. All right. I have accepted many very kind, free, care, and read people into my community, into my chat, into my I have a very proud community of people. Okay. Most of which don't think Karen's an innocent person, which is totally fine. But we have integrated at this point, right? We have people who think she's innocent, people who think she's guilty, and that's okay. We can all coexist and still be an amazing, kind, awesome community together. We try to keep it very, how do I say this? We try to keep it flowing without people arguing and fighting with one another. We don't want to see people arguing and fighting with one another, because one person's going to say, well, I want you to get rid of this person. Another person's going to say, I want you to get rid of that person. And I don't want to have to do any of that. None of it. I want, if you agree with someone or disagree with someone in the chat, and you're having a disagreement, just block each other. Boop, then you don't have to see anything that they say, right? You can block each other if you're disagreeing on something, but not being disrespectful, but it's aggravating you, you can block each other, right? So we definitely keep it so that we try to keep everyone happy, because everyone does a great job of sort of policing themselves. They do a great job, but my mods do an even better job, right? They're on top of it. My mods go above and beyond their jobs as mods here. I knew what you meant, Jack. I knew what you meant. I mean, I know I was picking up what you were laying down, my friend. I was picking up what you were laying down. But my point is I try to keep it as positive as possible, right? Most of us are never going to agree on the Karen Read case. We've moved on from that. There are channels that don't throw anyone out for anything, and I don't think that's probably smart either, because then you just have a fucking free-for-all. And there's a reason that some creators do it. Some creators do it because it's more engagement for their channel, to just let people talk shit back and forth, fight with each other, say awful, terrible shit. That's not the kind of community I want to foster. It's just not what I want for my channel. I'll knock anybody who chooses to let it, go and just not boo people. It's just not the way I want my community. It's preference, I guess. And where some people will just take the people talking in their chat because it helps the algorithm, I don't accept that. Like, when I block and ban people, I'm losing, if they have subscribed, just to be like a hate subscriber, I'm losing that subscriber. I'm losing that. You know what I'm saying? So I love when people are like, you're a grifter. I'm like, do you realize how much money I make a day? Almost nothing, number one. Number two, if I was a quote grifter, I would keep all of those people around, and I wouldn't boot anyone, and I would just let them go back and forth for more people talking in chat, right? When people are talking in chat and the chat keeps going, that's actually good for your channel. It's good for the algorithm. It's good for your channel. And I don't do that. I just don't do that. It's not something I do. And so, I laugh when these people are like, you're a grifter. I'm like, listen, if I was a grifter, I would have just screamed free Karen Read until the end of time. That's where the money is. It's where the money was, is, and always will be. There isn't a ton of money in telling the truth. There isn't a ton of money in calling out really sick, disgusting behavior. There's a lot of harassment. There's a lot of losing. You're losing money. You're losing time. You're losing fucking sanity that you'll never get back. Ever. Right? And so I have to just laugh. I have to laugh. I have to just fucking laugh at that point. Because it's like, what the fuck do you people think I actually get out of this as a quote grifter? I have a small channel, right? I don't have 100,000 subscribers. I don't have 30,000 subscribers. I'm this big in a huge pond, right? So without the support of all of my, friends, all of you, all of my Twisted Troopers, all of my Truth Bomb friends, the channel doesn't continue, right? And that's essentially what they hope for. They hope that the channel can't garner enough support to continue on. That's what they hope. That's what they want. That they'll, knock me down enough that I'll just give up. They've been trying at it for a while now. And for smaller channels, it's difficult because we don't have all this money that the bigger channels can rely on to sort of help you float throughout the month. Bigger channels don't have that problem. They might have 300 members, right? And then super chats and super stickers that are constant, or donations that are constant. We don't have that. If you watch any other channel, they're getting 40, 50 just super chats, super stickers, right? Then they're getting 300, 400 members, 30,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're fine, just fine monthly. That's not how smaller channels operate because they don't have that amount of people, right? The sort of percentage of people that are getting a membership or doing a super chat or doing a super sticker is very small. And so they hope that they can just make enough people not want to listen to you, or enough people think you're a shitty person to not listen. Because if they listen, they might learn that the people they've been supporting this whole time are harming other people and lying to them. And well, those creators can't have that, can they? They cannot, you know? Or Jess Machado wasn't so happy that we talked about her yesterday. And for that, I say, fuck off. That's what I have to say about that. Fuck off. Talk about thin-skinned, okay? You have no problem trashing other people. And once again, not a fan of Meredith. Not a fan, right? Not even a little fucking bit. I'm not a fan of Meredith by any stretch of the imagination. But let's not sit here and blatantly fucking lie and say that, oh, Aiden's just not saying anything about Meredith because, well, he likes her as a friend, that's why. That's not fucking why. He called her 209 times and threatened to fucking destroy her to life. It's not why. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. It's not why. Why is because Meredith could burn it all down with her receipts. And he can't have that. That would be a problem for him. So instead, he threatens her submission with things that might get her in trouble. Realistically. Let's not lie about it, though. You know? And I know she knows this, and I think that's the part that fucking irks me. No, she didn't like it. I say the same thing, too fucking bad. Right? She just sat there and said how she told this other girl that the interviews that she did were fucking horrible and boring and the worst thing ever about this other girl's channel. And they were like, well, she used that to make herself better. I don't know why anyone would use that to, quote, make themselves better or take anything that she had to say fucking seriously. But then you're mad that I have to correct some shit? I mean, come on. She knows what's on the audio. She knows I know what's on the audio. Or should I say video, because it's ultimately a video of audio, if that makes sense. Okay? And on that video that is audio are some things that don't make Aiden look so good and some things that don't make Karen look so good. And that would lead to some very public questions about what the fuck was going on and some things people were fed, and leads to people starting to ask questions about the things that they were fed. And well, that can't happen, right? That would hurt everyone. Well, everyone over there. So instead we lie about it. Instead they sit there and they lie about it and they're not honest. And they hide it and they lie to the audience and they say, well, we can't tell you certain things. We can't say certain things. Well, why not? Why not? Oh, because you're protecting Aiden. Got it. Yeah, forgot about that. What are you protecting him from? Himself? Ultimately, yes. The answer is yes. You're protecting him from himself. He didn't record it because he was upset and sad that Karen was mean to him and he just wanted to show his friends, because that was the assertion that she made. That's not true. It was not even close to true. He recorded it the same reason he's recorded any other fucking person. He was to use it later. Yes, to show people. Yes, he always does. To show people, to brag, to trash her, but at the same time, to also use it later on as leverage. Same reason he does every fucking time. To make her look bad if he needed to get her to do something. It's his way of trying to control people. You know? I don't know why we need to lie about it, right? Like, why? Why lie about any of it? Why not just say it? Say what it the fuck is, right? Aiden's not a good person. He wants everybody to remain loyal to him. He wants everybody to protect him. But he also wants to control what people are going to talk about, what they're not going to talk about, and whether it's going to, with his gaslighting, put him in jail. The only person who's going to put him in jail is himself. And he can gaslight as many people as he wants, saying, are you trying to put me in jail? You can't talk about that. If you talk about that, it'll put me in jail. Well, I wouldn't have to talk about it even if you didn't lie about it, right? That's what they should be telling him. What they should be saying is, hey, listen, it's not my fault you lied. And I'm not going to lie to my audience, and I'm not going to ruin my integrity or my credibility by holding things back simply because you decided to be a fucking idiot. It's not everybody else's job to cover for you. And when you cover for him, you're harming the people he lies about. You're a part of that when you're covering for him. And let's be clear. When I said the other day that, the people that stay silent are, just as bad because they're hurting innocent people, I didn't mean the victims themselves. It's not what I meant. And I think I made that clear at the time, but I just wanted to make it clear again. What I meant was the people surrounding him that are watching him do this shit and they say nothing. The people surrounding him that are watching him set people up, harass people, do these really vile, shitty things behind closed doors to his victims and anybody supporting or helping those victims or anybody who's a friend or family member of those victims. You are complicit. You are allowing it to happen. You are standing by. You are saying nothing. Ask yourself if that's what you would want to happen if it was you or your loved one as the victim. I don't mean the victims themselves. That's not their fucking job. They need to protect themselves, right? They got to do what's best for them and their families, and there's a reason why they can't speak, some of them, and that's part of why I'm here, right? It's part of what I do. Just part. And some of them have moved on. It's been years, right? And they're just don't want to deal with the fucking bullshit. And I don't blame them either. Who the fuck would at this point, right? But they have a right to choose whether they're going to be silent or not. I do express that wish that his ex-wife would speak up. I probably understand, obviously, why she doesn't, because, she's got small children to protect. Hello? I totally get why she doesn't. I hope maybe one day she can talk about it. Maybe when he's in jail, can't hurt her, But I don't mean the victims themselves as being complicit. They're victims. They're not complicit. I mean the people surrounding him, or the people who know that it's true, but sit and say nothing. Even the people who don't like him, but were once in his circle and brought themselves out of that circle, if you're still sitting and saying nothing at this point and allowing him to harm other people, what good is that going to do? Right? Like, these victims are hoping that people who are seeing what's happening or have evidence of it are stepping forward. And in some capacity, some of them do privately, but I can't release that stuff because then it, just a sentence of what is in it could basically let people know who it was that gave it to me, right? Who it was that sent the evidence and who it was the victim is or was, right? And I'm not going to put anyone in danger. I don't release anything without permission. That's always how I've been. If someone sent me something of theirs that's evidence, I don't release anything like that without permission. I just don't, right? It's got to be on their terms. Like, I can look at it, I can see it, I can know what it is. But until they give me the okay to release it, it stays with me. It's the way I've always done things, Ashley said there's another member of the channel who is a turtle writer. She said she felt obligated to target people based upon what Aiden said. Aiden's creating dangerous people who are innocent. That's the other problem, They do things based upon his word that they would never normally do. They also say things they wouldn't not normally say, and I've heard that from dozens of people. We're talking dozens. We're not talking 3 or 4 people here, folks. We're talking about dozens of people. Or I could admit I was in a cult and that I did and said things that I'm not proud of that I would not have said or done otherwise. I believed him. I did whatever he wanted us to do. I just ran and did it without thinking about the consequences, without thinking of what he was going to do with it, without thinking of who it would hurt or why, or even thinking that he may be lying. They never even second guessed whether he was lying or not. And that's a problem. It's dangerous. A lot of people don't realize it until it is them or their loved ones. And then they start to realize, like, holy shit, if he sat there and lied that easily to all those people, just that easily, just to cover up what he does or did or what you know. So he's got to, you can't be credible. He's got to trash you so that you're not credible, so people don't listen to what you have to say. That's the main game. That's his main game. Trash the person so nobody will believe what they have to say about him, because if they do, he's in trouble, right? Then people might unsubscribe, they might not donate anymore, and they might not back him up. And that is his biggest fear, is losing that kind of control over people. Imagine that being your life, controlling people. Jack sends 1343 and says, support. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you. Appreciate any and all support, my friend. It's just sad, right? It is sad. It should never happen. It just shouldn't. It's shitty. The whole thing. And the flying monkeys don't even realize some of the time that they're fucking flying monkeys. And that's part of the problem. Now, eventually they do, right? Eventually they realize they're flying monkeys. And they realize, hey, what I was doing is not okay. What I was doing was hurting people. And it's unfortunate, that it takes all of that. I just saw that, Casey. I just got the got this one, right? Pink. I saw the order in my email. That's what I was just looking at. Casey just ordered one of our Justice for the Silence hoodies. I love it. I love this, Casey. I love it so much. Yeah, the pink one. This is the one, right? Yeah. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. This is a one that she just ordered herself. And of course, we have it many, many other. On the back, it says Twisted Tragedies podcast. On the front, it says Justice for the Silence. And of course, we have it in a billion colors. We have it in royal, pink, green, orange, gray, blue, a lighter pink, sand, and even lighter pink. So we have azalea, light pink, dark pink. And we have the royal blue, and then this sort of lighter blue. And the sand, then the green, and the orange, and the gray. But I saw that you got yourself a hoodie, girl. Listen, we don't care about the bad grammar, my friend. That's okay. I'm trying to work on like ornaments and stuff. I haven't decided whether I'm just going to make those myself with my Cricut, or what I'm going to do. But I really want to do the Twisted Tragedies logo, the one that's on the sweatshirts that I just made yesterday, and the t-shirts, and the name of the podcast there, and see if I can't make the ornaments. Because I feel like, look at that purple. I love that purple. And this like seafoam green one is kind of cool. This one too. But I don't know if I'm going to try to do it on like the store website there, or if I'm going to be able to, or if I'm going to try to have it done this way. You have to remember, if I do it this way, right, and have them ship it, make it, whatever, I think on a hoodie I make like $5. And with shipping, it's really like $2. It's crazy. If I make it myself, obviously I'd probably make a little bit more, but still I'd have to go buy the hoodies and have them in stock, blah, blah, blah. I used to have a bunch of t-shirts in stock and stuff, but that stuff long gone, you know. So many ideas, right? So many. But now you'll have a Justice for the Silence sweatshirt, and it says Twisted Tragedies podcast on the back, which I love. I love it. I know, black, right? Black would be my option too, the hoodie, the new one. I made that one just for you, Jesse. You're going to have to tell Jay, you know, cough it up for Christmas, sir. All right? I feel like if you get one, right? If you do end up getting one, you're going to have to bring it over to my house one day, and I will make one for the Cricket that I can heat press on for the sleeve that says mod. And I will, or even your name, and then underneath mod. And I will heat press it onto your arm. Or the back, each one, whatever one. Whichever one you prefer, my dear. Because you deserve that. I think I can order, like, what do they call them? Basically it's like a mock-up. It's, you know, like a sample. You know, you would, Jack. You would look fancy in a pink one. Listen, my husband says real men wear pink. Or yeah, that's what we put. That's exactly what we put on it. Yep, you recalled that. So we're going to have to put capo on it. I put Benny on yours for you. Sergeant here. Sergeant Benny. Capo Jesse. I have a Cricket, yeah. Right? You could just add that to it. Add that right on there. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I mean, I already have an idea for my mods for Christmas. Because I have a Cricket, I was going to make them something. Because and I have kids that I barely can figure out how to do Christmas for. So, but I'm real good at making stuff that's very personalized and awesome. And I have an idea for my mods this year for Christmas. Because, yes, I'm that weird person that gets my mods gifts. That's me. I'm a weirdo. It's my way of showing appreciation. They are unpaid, and they help a lot. I need a freaking secretary, and Jesse is damn near close to what I got for a freaking secretary at this point. All right. And so they deserve some goddamn appreciation once in a while. And so I have a good idea for Christmas. I do. That means Jesse's going to have to remind me to ship everybody else's out like 2 weeks before Christmas that don't live here. Ashley's I can give to her. Jesse, I can give you yours. Scorpio's is going to have to be shipped. Ellen's is going to have to be shipped. Well, too bad. Too late. Already came up with the idea. Too late. So sad. So sad. See, once I have it here, it's happening. It's freaking happening. Because they do God's work, okay? They do. They really do. And it's a lot of work to have to deal with trolls and unhinged lunatics that pop in, which is why we've had it on subscribers only mode lately. If you didn't notice and you're on YouTube, because there's like 146 of you on X right now, but I know I am such a sag. On YouTube, it's on subscribers only mode. So basically, you have to be a subscriber of the channel to comment in the live chat. I mean, it's free to be a subscriber. You know, most people know that. To be a member, you have to buy a membership. But to be a regular just subscriber, it's free. Anybody can press the subscribe button on a channel on YouTube for free and be a subscriber of that channel. But I want to make sure that the people who are here are subscribed members and not trolls, and that's the only reason why I do it like that. It kind of sucks though for the people who are just like stopping by and want to talk and have never been to the channel before. Sometimes they don't want to have to hit subscribe, but I do that because it's less trolls. Most people don't want to have to go through the crap of hitting subscribe, waiting the however many minutes I set it for, saying something that's on there for 7 seconds, we're booting them, and then what was the purpose, right? I mean, I don't know what the purpose is anyway, but nonetheless, that's what's going to happen. So I don't know. I don't freaking know. But at least it keeps it with less weirdo turtle riders that come here to cause a freaking problem, right? I'd be lost without all of you, legitimately. I don't know what I would do without all of you. I'm telling you, Jesse's the closest I got to an actual secretary. I'm about to just give her my login to like the whole merch thing, and have her go ham sauce on making things. It takes so much time. You have to set the prices, and it shows you how much you would make, but then you got to remember to take out what it would be for any given country for shipping. It's a whole rigmarole, all right? It's a whole crap load of nonsensical. It takes so much time. So much fucking time, you guys. You have no idea. No freaking clue. But I love you nonetheless. All right. What time is it? All right, it's 2:47. I'm just keeping an eye on the time here. Revolut keeps sending me these little emails, right? That's like, oh, you can transfer funds and send and receive between 140 plus countries and 25 plus currencies. Make a global transfer. I keep saying I'm going to put this stupid thing for it, and I always forget to get the little thing. And yesterday it sent me the thing that was like, if you refer people up to 5 friends, you can earn whatever amount for each one. And I'm like, I keep forgetting to put the link to that for other people who are like, who want to try Revolut, who aren't in the country, to do it. I keep forgetting to do the stupid thing, but I'm gonna do it. I promise. Somebody's gonna have to remind me, because if I don't have it written down, if I don't have it written down, or Jesse doesn't remind me, sometimes things do slip my mind. I'll be in the middle of answering like an email or something, and something will happen. You know? Let's see. I'm writing it down. Write it down, see that? With my floofy pen. With my Dear Sewer Turtle pen. Dear Sewer Turtle, please don't steal my glasses. Diary of a Wimpy Sewer Turtle Shoe. Please drop my charges. It's the First Amendment, everybody. I scream and I yell about people. I send my minions and my flying monkeys to harass people. But that's my First Amendment right. Please do not give me new silver bracelets. I do not like them. Love the Sewer Turtle. P.S. I need my medication. Where's my medication? Officer, asshole. This judge is not nice to me. I do not appreciate it. This is Hotel, the Sewer Turtle. Hotel. This is my hotel. While he was in jail, he used to bang on the cell door, and they had to tell him to shut the fuck up. It wasn't a hotel. Because he kept, like, asking for things. And they're like, dude, this is not a fucking hotel, guy. All right? This is not a fucking hotel. You do not get to bang on the door and ask for things and they just bring them to you. Where do you think you fucking are? You know? Like, sir, no, you're in jail. Fun fact, when he was in jail, he wouldn't leave his cell without an escort. Even though, this is the fun part, even though he was the only one, like, so on the unit, they let them out one at a time. My eye is itchy. They let them out one at a time, right? So, for instance, you know, the cell next to him would be let out for an hour. And then when it would come to his turn, the other person would be put in and his cell door would pop. And he would be able to go walk to the yard for an hour, do his yard time for an hour. It's just a little pen, basically. It's just a little fenced-in area. He would not walk that short distance to the little penned-in area without a CO walking with him, even though he is the only one out of the cell at that time. What does that tell you? He's a pussy. He's afraid. I mean, I'd be afraid if I was him too. If you lie about that many people, I don't know how you wouldn't be a paranoid fucking disaster. I would be. I mean, hey, I'd probably be looking out the window like a crackhead looking for Silverados all day too. Shit. I mean, hey. That's my diary of a wimpy sewer turtle, Jim. All right. It's the diary of a wimpy sewer turtle. All right. We did many impressions of him during the trial because he was a big fat fucking baby while he was in jail. And then he tried to get out and tell everyone he was so tough and he didn't cry. And he was awesome. I'm in Kearney, be afraid of me. I puff up my chest. I'll ruin your life. I'll get you, my pretty. Like, come on, guy. Stop it. Oh, the dinosaur arms? He hates when you call his arms small. He does not like it. Don't call his arms small. He doesn't like it, all right? He can't quite reach his microphone. He's got them, T-Rex arms, but he's not appreciative of you talking about how small his T-Rex arms are. Doesn't like it. He's not very appreciative at all, okay? When he finger points, he's trying to be tough and whatnot, his arms only go this far, it's not very intimidating. I'm a sewer turtle. You, I will destroy your life. You, I'll call you 209 times. Be afraid. Can you imagine? Little arms just pointing at you, screaming they're gonna ruin your life. If you don't do what I want, I'm gonna ruin your life. I make you Turtleboy famous. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know what I could do to you? Why don't you just watch my live stream tonight? That's the things that he says. Those are actual quotes. The things that he actually says to people in writing. Okay? I kid you not. That's real life, what he does. He screams and he yells and he says, I'm going to ruin your life and you know who I am. And maybe the other one. We can do this hard way or the easy way. Which one do you want to do? We'll do it your way then. You don't want to do what I say? We'll do it your way. I'll drag your whole family into this. I can't even imagine somebody saying that to me in real life. I would probably just go, bink. Like, can you imagine somebody saying that to you in real life and being dead serious about it? I would probably laugh in his face. But I also have I have zero fucks and I have zero patience for somebody trying to threaten me. That's crazy. Like, please do my bidding. Please. Please run around flying monkeys, please. Please blame it on everybody else. And that's essentially what he does, right? I'll ruin your life. I'll drag your whole family down. Or you're going to do what I want. This is the easy way or the hard way. Which way you want to do it? Okay, we'll do it your way then. We'll do it your way. You'll be Turtleboy famous. You know what I can do to you? Do you know who I am? Yeah, the sewer turtle. That's who you are. We know who you are, bro. We sure do. You're the guy with T-Rex arms and the wimpy diary. That's who you are. We sure do know who you are. You're the master threatener. Master harasser. The walking spam ad with legs. Yep. The guy with felon flicks. Hashtag felon flicks. I mean, realistically, that's who he is. There's not a journalistic bone in that man's fucking body. I don't even think there's a bone in his body that would allow him to tell the truth for more than 10 seconds. Oh, I've seen it. That's the one from M. William Phelps. Wait, a new one or an old one? Because the other one's called 34 Fairview Road. And that was the M. William Phelps one, I believe. And then they asked him if he recorded Scanlon. And I forget if it was that one or a different one that he admitted that he had. And that didn't go the way he wanted it, so then he attacked M. William Phelps. Yeah, okay, yeah, I've seen that one. I've listened to it. It's a good podcast, just saying. M. William Phelps. You can find it on Spotify and listen to it for free. 34 Fairview Road. It's pretty good. And they pinned the turtle. M. William Phelps literally gets it right and sees him for exactly who he is. And I'm like, go M. William Phelps. Good for you, bud. Good for you. Good for fucking you. At least someone took it serious and was like, wait a second. Hold on. Something ain't right here. Something ain't right here. you know, he acts like he owns the story of Karen Reed. And he doesn't. And he loves to say, I don't own the story. Anybody can talk about it. But that's very different than what he's actually saying behind closed doors about it. Behind closed doors, he tries to actually control Karen herself and anything surrounding that case. So there's a reason why he says out loud, oh, well, I don't own that at all. Because people in private have told him you need to stop acting like you own it and only you can talk about it. And he gets all pissy and angry. Same reason why he kept saying, I don't owe Karen anything, she owes me. It's because she said it to him while screaming and yelling. So his way of throwing a dig back at her was to say that over and over and over. That was his way of throwing a dig at her that only she knew about, right? Was to be like, well, I don't actually owe Karen, you know, or she doesn't owe me anything, I owe her. Well, I mean, let's be realistic. Nobody gave a shit about his ratchets and his nonsensical bullshit and his field sports writing until that case, okay? And then what he chose to do before that case, after that case, and continuing until today were his choices. Nobody set him up. Nobody made him do it. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts is not locking him up for his First Amendment speech rights to shut him up. That's not a thing. That's just something he has repeated over and over and over and over and over until idiot people believe it. It's not true. Never has been true. He didn't get arrested for Karen Reed. He got arrested for going to Lindsay's house and threatening her and wiretapping her. That is what he got arrested for. It had nothing to do with Karen. Nothing. Or that case. Then his newest excuse is, well, I was on bail because of Karen's case. Okay. And all you had to do was not commit another crime. And the funny part about it is people, the turtle riders don't even realize he agreed with 90% of what happened that night. So her and him agree with 90% of what happened. The only part he doesn't agree on is the pushing her part. That's the only part he doesn't agree on. So it's like, what part of that are people not understanding? He literally admitted to it. He admitted to going there of his own volition. So how is that a setup? Someone please explain to me. It's not a setup. You choose to do what you want to do. You chose to do all those things. Nobody told you to threaten people. Nobody told you to go over there and demand to go through. I mean, I don't know what man would ever think that they could demand to go through someone else's phone. They skip right over that part, right? Skip right over the part where he demands to go through her phone piece by piece and look at everything and write notes on it. No one else thinks that that's insane. No one else thinks that that's insane. This is the part that I don't understand. The turtle riders just kind of like skim right past all of the things that don't make him look good and go straight to the, well, he was set up. Explain how. There was no vast conspiracy to set him up. He chose to do all of the things that he did of his own free will. He could have just not gone there and he wouldn't have been arrested. It's really that simple. It's not rocket science. There's no vast conspiracy of the Bourne Identity here. He could have just not gone and he wouldn't have been arrested. It's not hard. You know, that's the thing. You're not supposed to be part of the story if you're a journalist. You don't make yourself part of the story, okay? Right? Exactly. Holding the red flags. You know? He thought well, that's his biggest thing is thinking he's untouchable, right? And that gets him in trouble every fucking time. And it will continue to, you know? Yeah, see, that's where he's wrong, though. Nobody has to talk about him to talk about the story. I think that's what he wanted, right? Was that he's part of the story now. Some sort of martyr. That's what he wanted. But ultimately, it's just not true. They can tell the entire story without ever talking about him. And they're going to. And that's why he's really so pissed off. That's why he's so pissed off. Is Karen chose not to sign any deals with him involved at all. And as a matter of fact, her deals were explicitly to not have him involved. That she would not sign a deal. I wonder why, if Jess is such good friends with him, she didn't tell that part. Karen Reed wanted so much not to do with him that the deals that she signed, okay, explicitly state she doesn't want anything to do with him being a part of, or she will not be a part of it. Interesting, ain't it? Gee, I wonder why that is. Could it be the blackmail in the first trial? Could it be the fact that he tried to control what she said or did? Or who she gave seats to in what events and who was allowed to go to what events based on what he demanded? Could it have been that he's been doing all these things behind closed doors the entirety of the time, trying to hold a dangling carrot over her head, or else I will do this, or else I will do that? Somebody said that he didn't know about Karen and Higgins during the first trial, or that he found out during the first trial. That is wrong. That is false. He did know. Did know. And anybody who tried to talk about it on the Free Karen Read page, he explicitly bitched everyone out and told us that no one was allowed to say anything about it if we knew, because it would make Karen look bad. Okay. My response was, it's part of the story. It doesn't matter if it fucking looks bad or not. That's part of the story. So you don't hide the truth because it makes that person look bad if you're actually just doing a story, right? And at that point, he was hiding things on purpose that made her look bad that he knew about. And then when other people would find out, he would delete people from the page, block people from the page, ban them from being able to write anything because they were writing about that, and it would make Karen look bad. He knew about it way before the first trial ever started. So I don't know where, I forget who said that, but I don't know where they got that assertion, but it's false. He absolutely 100% knew before the first trial ever started about Higgins and Karen's relationship with him. So if he later lied and said, I had no idea, he's a liar. He did. He 100% did. And I think the Roccos should be able to confirm that. And maybe a couple other, maybe Amy. I don't know if Amy would know or not, but I know the Roccos know. They should be able to confirm that. There's a couple of people who should be able to confirm that. He knew before the first trial started about Higgins, you know? No, it's not a thing. It's just not. It's not a thing. Yeah, well, he did, though. Remember how many times he tried to say he's never lost a lawsuit? He's lost several. There was like 3 women. I think he considers settling out not a loss. Well, if you have to settle, my bud, then you didn't bring it to trial, and that is a loss in my eyes. And with you, he definitely lost, Ash, because you debunked all of his lies. You know, your attorneys did a great job hiring a private investigator. It's just a lie. He doesn't always win. That's just a bull-faced lie to feed everyone that he's always right. So that's why. That's just not true, you know? Well, that's the other thing. Why be vague? Why the beating around the bush? Why the beating around the fucking bush? Why? Just why? The answer is why. You know? Oh, yeah, he wanted to be in on that thing. Karen wanted nothing to do with it. She was very clear. She was like, I'll go, you know, with my lawyer, but I don't want him there. And then he, like, demanded Howie Carr, you know, do what he wants. And I could have seen that coming a mile away. Pretty much anyone could have. A lot of people ignore the behavior. They're too afraid to speak up. The people who surround him, because they're afraid that they'll be next. And they're right, they will be. They will be. But are you willing to say something in order to stop him from harming another innocent person? Or are you just going to sit there and say nothing while more people are hurt? I could never just sit there and say nothing. It's not who I am. I just can't do it. Cannot do it. You know? Yeah, I feel you, Jess. I feel you, my friend. I feel you. You know? It is what it is. There's nothing really I can do about it. It's just disappointing. It's kind of sad, you know? Nothing I can do. But whatever. It is what it is. If anybody else would like to donate to the channel, there are a bunch of different ways you can do so. I'm going to have to wrap this up. I have to go out and get my kiddo off the bus. So if you're catching this on the restream, or my replay crew, I thank you for catching me on the replay crew. It's going, but I have so much to do and not enough time. I feel like that's my biggest problem is I have way too much to do, but not enough fucking time to do it. But I love your stinking faces. Again, if anybody needs the Amazon wish list for at least a couple days, it's got to be private so that they can ban that person's account who is fucking with it and using it to harass me. And so while Amazon does that, I'll have to keep it private. So if you need the link, you can reach out to Jesse or me, and I will give you the private link to the Amazon wish list. But obviously the better ways anyway, until then, to support the channel are like, subscribe, that's free, share the video, that's also free. You can become a member, you can gift memberships to other people, which is always fun. You can do a super sticker or a super thanks, which is after the video is over in a comment. They have these things called super thanks. Or a super sticker, a super chat. Thank you, Jack, for your super sticker. I love it. It's a little pear. So cute. Or let's drop that truth bomb there for Jack. I appreciate you, my friend. Next month is my birthday. Next month is gonna be a fucking hassle, that's for sure. But anyway, I love your stinking faces. Any way you choose to support the channel is always a huge help. I will not be here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. It is my only freaking day off. And so I will be taking that day off and trying to attempt to throw a small party for my husband's birthday, which was yesterday. But you can always get in touch with me. You can definitely always get in touch with me through Jesse, but you can get in touch with me. I have an email. It's twistedtragedies3@gmail.com. Or you can find me in a DM on X or on Facebook. Twisted Tragedies has a Facebook. You can find me there. Or again, through my mods. I love your stinking faces. And I will catch you guys on Sunday. Bye.